The bar, though, was what you would expect. And three outlets, particularly burned by the shifting Mueller narrative, were quick to paint the AG's comments as just purely political. CNN's Manu Raju commenting, Barr's comments here bound to please Trump. The Washington Post's Aaron Blake tweeting, the use of spying is obviously a loaded term and one Trump favors. And MSNBC's legal analyst Cynthia Oxney offered this.
I think that's crazy. Obviously, Barr feels the need to curry favor with Trump, and I don't understand why a man of his standing and reputation would feel the need to kowtow to the president in such a way.
Was Cynthia upset when old Eric Holder said he was Obama's wingman? Here to react, Mollie Hemingway, senior editor at the Federalist, Fox News contributor. I have never seen anything like this. I call them the smear squads. But it's not just the cable talkers. We're seeing people like Leon Panetta and Chris Coons, who are pretty reasonable people.
Well, and it's interesting because if you watched Attorney General Barr, he's so calm, so sober, so even-handed. He's not saying anything extreme. He's just saying the facts as they are known. And contrary to what we just heard, there's no dispute about whether there was spying or not. That is the common way to describe what happened. They used multiple human informants. There were wiretaps. There was other electronic surveillance. There were national security letters. If it were about anything other than the Trump campaign, we would all acknowledge that's spying. And that is a very good word to use to sum up what was going on there. The media can't use that word because they were complicit in this operation in two ways. One, they perpetuated the Russia collusion hoax. They accepted these leaks. They were not critical about them at all. They claimed they had all these bombshells. So on that one side, they accepted the hoax. On the other, they never covered what was going on that was troubling about the actions taken by these federal agents, not just in the FBI, but at other agencies, to go against domestic political opponents.
They're not able. They're supposed to be civil libertarians. They care American Civil Liberties Union. I mean, the ACLU should have been leading the charge to protect Americans' privacy.
There are a lot of people who should care about this. They're unable to because they're so wrapped up.
They're obsessed with hating Trump. Your friend Brennan, until 5 minutes before the report came out, was still basically saying that Putin was spooning with Trump. He said this today.
Over the past several weeks, I've been very disappointed in Attorney General Barr. I had higher expectations for him. He shaped the narrative after the Mueller report. He, in fact, then also had this testimony today that I think was very carefully nuanced as a way to try to support the Donald Trump's positions. So he acted more like a personal lawyer for Donald Trump today rather than the Attorney General.
Well, as you wrote today in the Federalist, Brennan briefed Harry Reid on this ongoing operation. A lot of people don't know that. Tell us.
Yeah, Brennan separately briefed Harry Reid from the rest of the Gang of Eight. And Harry Reid said that he understood he was getting this separate briefing so he could publicize the Russia investigation during the 2016 campaign. People who care about election meddling should care about that story. We haven't really even begun to investigate how Brennan, how Clapper, how other intel chiefs were involved in this narrative, not just during the election, but then, of course, throughout the first 2 years of the administration. There's a truth in what he says there. He's troubled by Barr going against the narrative that they said. They put a lot of work into a narrative that's being blown up just by people saying obvious facts, such as that there was spying and that we should make sure that we don't do this against domestic political opponents. So you get the feeling Barr is sort of the adult who came in and said, okay, you've had your games. We're gonna try and restore the credibility of the FBI and Department of Justice now.
But I mean, conservatives believe that this was an effort to take down Trump post-election, before the election, then after the election. But now that hasn't worked, so now they have to take down Barr. They have to clear the decks of anyone. They're trying to almost deprive Trump of a staff.
Of having an attorney general, which is a threat to the constitutional republic because we do believe that we have political accountability for agencies.
Mollie Hemingway, terrific piece, by the way. Read it in Federalist. It's on my website, LauraIngraham.com.